No government in any world has money on its own. Every money that every government has is as a result of taxpayers' money or the wealth and the resources of that nation.
According to the United Nations, good governance is measured by 8 factors, which are participation, rule of law, transparency, responsiveness, concise-oriented, equity and inclusiveness, effectiveness and efficiency, and accountability. And thanks to an organization like Integrity Nigeria, who would stop at nothing to make sure we live in a society where we choose integrity over corruption. My name is Layemi Fearless, and today we'll be talking to people courtesy Integrity Nigeria. Come along.
As citizens, we should have a say on how the government use public funds.
Public funds. So the funds is made for the public, and the public should dictate how these funds are spent.
As a matter of fact, no government in any world has money on its own. Every money that every government has is as a result of taxpayers' money or the wealth and the resources of that nation. And the nation's wealth and resources is a collective wealth and resources.
If it is not used appropriately, if it is mismanaged, you have every right as a citizen to ask questions.
For example, I do pay my tax regularly, so I will say how they spend my tax.
Our tax is very, very important. If they don't spend it well, we have right to criticize them.
Of course, why shouldn't you have a say? Yeah, part of the city. You appointed this person to be there to represent you.
Public servants are there to serve us. They are not to lord over us. They are not rulers over us. They are there to serve us.
If we don't know what the function of each government representative is, it's even difficult to hold them accountable to what they're supposed to do. So a general knowledge of what the Constitution is about is a good place to begin.
I really don't think anything was done because they are already bodies. People act like there's nothing. They are bodies. There are a bunch of people come together to keep the government accountable. It's not working.
We citizens should actually look out for projects that are being done, make inquiries about them, and also talk to the responsible authorities and try to reach out to them and also find out what's really happening and how far they are going and how much they have spent in these projects and over.
We have the power to vote for them for no confidence, but in most cases we just relax and we don't do that. If somebody is in the legislature, we can call them back. By the time we call them back, they will know that yes, we mean business in this country.
Blockchain technology makes everything transparent. So if you have a ledger system where government transactions and expenses are transparent, that way the entire citizenship, the entire office of the citizens can always check and know where was this money spent, how was it spent, where did it go to, from which account and which account has it been through. So I believe that's one way to employ technology.
What we're supposed to do is to make sure that we give them close monitoring and we mark them bumper to bumper in the administration of the governance.
The social media can play a lot of roles. You can see what happened from the NSAS. We can see how the social media is one of the major medium which the citizens and the youth were able to actually voice out, which was Twitter. And I think that it really did a lot of help for us as individuals and as citizens of Nigeria. So I believe social media is one of the ways, but we shouldn't just stop on social media. We should go beyond social media.
Okay, I think that social media will play a huge role. As we all know, it has become a very big tool to drive people's concern and change. Social media is one tool definitely that we can leverage to promote the kind of governance we want.
Social media is just social media. We can talk about everything, but in real life, the actions are very few.
The fact is, social media is not enough. It's hardly enough because the fact is, people have been saying this for the longest time. What happened? CNN carried the NSAS protest. What happened? Everybody talk about the girls that were kidnapped. What happened? So really, social media is really just a little, it's necessary, but it's a first step in a long path.
The thing about social media is that it's more passive because everybody there's a page on social media. Is it Budget It or one of them like that always like tell us about government projects and their level of completion and all of that. The thing about social media is very passive. You can just see a post and okay, this so and so government spend this amount of money, and the end of the day we'll just go to a beer parlor or talk to our friends about it. See the government, they are spending this social amount of money, but it doesn't really affect any change because it's social media.
Politicians declaring their assets before they are put into office is a very good thing is very important so that you can know what they are worth before they are in office, and also before they leave the office you can now be able to like determine contrast between what they had then and what they have before leaving the office.
If I'm right, it's listed in the constitution that every political holder who is going into office should declare asset. So if it's not important, it will not be in the constitution. So I believe it's very important, and we should take it up as citizens. We should really take it up and make sure that these people declare their assets, and we should also keep these figures in mind.
Making them to account or to declare their assets when they are coming into office, because by the time they are leaving office you will have a clearer picture to know if actually that individual used public funds to enrich him or herself.
Good. Declaring asset is very, very important. It will be a check and balance for those people that have opportunity to govern us now, because a lot of them, they are nothing but before they get to the position. But the moment they get to position like this, even chairman, local government chairman, the moment they get to position like this, the money they're supposed to spend for the public, they will not use for themselves, and people are suffering. So what the declaring of the asset is very important, because people will know that what they want before they get to that position and what they will by the time they leave the position.
It's good you declare your asset. However, when you leave and your asset has increased exponentially, what happens to you?
I don't really see asset declaration as a thing really. I think that in the past it hasn't shown any difference really. So for me, I think that people should just be held responsible by what the Constitution says, and that's for me is most important.
The Integrity Organization is all about enabling transparent, consistent, and predictable transactions that you and I can benefit from. As citizens of Nigeria, we should have access to a public assets declaration, and we should continue to use our power to demand accountability. My name is Laryemi Fearless, and this was brought to you by Integrity Nigeria. See you around.